Hey there. Merry Christmas. Been a long time. Well, not a long time. It's been a week since I've done a video. Packing my pipe here. I'm smoking the new pipe that Floggerworks sent me. I'm going to give a post review of this pipe here in the video. And settle in. I'm packing this pipe with what's called Sunset Breeze. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. I like it a lot, especially during the holidays. It tends to have, it's got amaretto in it. So my grandmother used to bake cookies with amaretto in it all the time. And I always thought that those just tasted like Christmas to me. So I'm a little Sunset Breeze on Christmas night in the new pipe that Floggerworks has given me. Get situated here. Now this Sunset Breeze is Virginia, Cavendish, and Burley, and it's cased with some sort of amaretto liqueur or amaretto schnapps or something. I'm not sure. It tastes great. I do 2 false lights with this Sunset Breeze, mainly because something about it doesn't like to stay lit after the first false light. I do that one, the second one, tampy, 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 light it up again. Good stuff. Let me tell you about this new pipe from Floggerworks. A little Christmas music. Let me tell you about this new pipe from Floggerworks. First of all, I love it. I've been smoking it. Everything about this pipe is right. I wouldn't change one thing about this pipe. The good thing about this pipe actually isn't that you can, I mean, it's good that you can set it down on a tabletop. It's a lazy pipe, and I love that. But the extra curve in the stem I find to be more comfortable, because I don't have to bring it up as much. I can just kind of, I'm a big guy, heavy set guy, and I can just kind of set down, relax, smoke my favorite pipe weed, if you will. So Floggle, thank you for the pipe. I'm enjoying this this most wonderful Christmas present from you. It's a new design. I'm not sure they've released it on their website. I was on their website a couple of days ago. I didn't see it on there. So here I am promoting it. One of a kind, first of its kind. Buy this pipe. You won't regret it. Especially if you like leisure smoking. Talked to some of the guys at work. I work at a factory called Hubble Lighting. On my crew, they've all seen this pipe, and they all love it. And I've had a couple of guys say that they've checked out the website because they're thinking about going from cigarette smoking to pipe smoking, which is a much better idea. The bowl stays nice and cool. It doesn't get too hot to hold, which is what I love about Myrtle. Floggle, you never did tell me what you're going to call this pipe, what the style is going to be called, but you'll probably release that information on your website. Let me tell you about my Christmas a little bit here. Yesterday was Christmas Eve. Went to my in-laws. Had a fine ham dinner. Watched Ernest Saves Christmas, which is a Christmas classic, in my opinion, the great all-time Christmas movie. It's funny, it's got a great story, it's got a great moral. Then we watched A Muppet Christmas Carol as we ate dessert, cookies, and it's wonderful. Then we went over to my brother's house, where we played the new Battlefront game on the PS4. Not many people know this, I haven't shared this, but I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. Playing the new Battlefront on Christmas Eve was awesome. We shared cookies, shared presents. Then this morning, get this, my wife was the first one up this morning. At 7 o'clock, she beat out my 5-year-old son by an hour. We've been, my son's 5 years old, and we've been teaching my son the truth about St. Nicholas. Santa Claus is a way for us to remember what St. Nicholas did, that he gave what he had to people that didn't have the things that they needed or things that sometimes that they wanted. So my son has been learning how to follow the example of St. Nicholas and see that Santa Claus is a way for us to remember that person and to put into practice what he taught us, that we can help our fellow men in their time of need, give something good to those people that can't give to themselves. And I think it's had a much more meaningful impact on him. Because when he came, I think, to the realization last night, we were talking about it, that we tell our kids to, I'm going to relight here a little bit. We tell our kids that if they're good, then Santa will leave them presents for Christmas. I've always kind of had a problem with that, mainly because it's my feeling that we should do good things and be good people because it's the right thing to do, not because we hope to get something in the end. I try to be as good a husband and father, brother, and friend that I can because I know it's the right thing to do. And I think that's what St. Nicholas was teaching us. I don't think there's anything wrong with telling our kids about Santa Claus, but I think that we need to tell them the reality is that we should be generous and kind and loving to our fellow man because it's the right thing to do, not because we hope to get something out of it. My son doesn't do anything for himself. Tell you what I mean. The day before Christmas Eve, the 23rd, We went to Walmart, and there was a man outside of Walmart with the Salvation Army playing music, Christmas carols. And my son, we had just bought a couple of Cokes out of the vending machine there. And he offered his drink to the man playing music for the people going in and out of the store, because he thought that he wanted to do something generous. I don't know. He walks up to the guy, he says, "I wanted to tell you, I want to share my drink with you," and he just gives him this can of Coke. So, teach your kids to do kind things and generous things because it's the right thing to do, not because they hope to get something out of it. It's the only way that we're going to improve the world that we're living in. I'm in Virginia this year. I grew up in Maine. All of my family is in Maine, except for my in-laws and my oldest brother. We went through a hard time this year. My mom's parents passed away this year, my grandparents. My grandmother this summer and my grandfather right before Thanksgiving. Seeing the family draw together to support the surviving children that's the miracle of Christmas. They did it because it was the right thing to do, not because they were going to get something out of it. Floggleworks showed me that kindness this year when they sent me this pipe. I have to tell you that if you're going to do business with someone, do business with these people. There's just something about the way that they compose their business and the way they treat their customers. It feels right. It feels like Christmas. It feels like the way Christmas should be. So today we brought some New England traditions down to Virginia. We made oyster stew. We always have a meat tray out for sandwiches. Lots of, fudge and cookies. Just sharing what I grew up with. What are your family traditions? What are your Christmas traditions? This afternoon we went to see the new Star Wars movie again. Seen it 3 times. Being able to take my 5-year-old son to do something like that, to go to a big theater and see a movie that he absolutely loves and make it a Christmas surprise. None of that would have been possible if my family members hadn't given me some gift cards to the Regal Cinema here in Christiansburg. So taking the gift that they gave me, paying it forward to my son for doing something generous. Yeah. Whatever happened to the pictures of Santa Claus, St. Nicholas smoking a pipe when he's checking his list or whatever? Well, tomorrow we're going over to my other in-laws on the other side of the family. Have a dinner, have another sort of Christmas celebration. Today we watched A Christmas Story, which is, again, I think, like the 3rd greatest Christmas movie ever made. We watched A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. If you've never seen the Disney Christmas Carol with George C. Scott that was made way back 20, 30 years ago, you're missing out. George C. Scott's a powerful actor. He does the the best Ebenezer Scrooge I've ever seen. He's such a powerful presence, and then to see him humbled in the end of that movie and see him changed into a different man is just, it's heart, tugs at your heart. I don't know what you believe. I don't know what your religious practices are. I don't know if you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Saturnalia or Christmas, or if you don't celebrate anything at all. But I don't think Christmas should be the only time of the year that we express our generosity to the people that we are surrounded by. That amaretto and that sunset breeze. Perfect. Tappy tappy. Floggle, I hope you're having a good Christmas. I hope you're having a Merry Christmas, and I hope you're surrounded by people that love you. Folks, Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Floggle, I'm sure that I'll be talking to you again soon. I'd really like to get some of your some of your tea leaves, some of your herbs that you've blended. I think I'm going to go on your website and maybe place an order, because I'm very curious about what you've got on there. Can't wait to try it. As soon as I do, I'll be talking about it. Anyways, keep the coals hot. Keep the fire burning. Look for this new pipe on Floggleworks. It's a masterpiece of simplicity and comfort and flavor. Merry Christmas.